Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. Now, this actual Impact Wrestling review is going to be different. You know why? Because I was actually at that show, over the weekend. Now, we know Impact Wrestling is taped. We know that. I was there for two tapings. I'm not going to go over everything because I don't want to spoil everything. And yes, I could upload some footage online, which I probably will do now that the episode is aired. I didn't really want to post anything on Twitter or whatnot that I have because I didn't want to give away too much, all right, other than the stuff at Emergence because I was at Emergence and I did review Emergence. But, now that Impact actually came on, I'll say this. When I was there, I sat through matches and I sat through promos. I didn't see anything in the backstage segments that happened in the back. They didn't show those, okay? Like I said, I'm there when it's live. And I wanted to see how it came off across on TV because the crowd was very loud, okay? Very loud. I don't know if some chants were edited. I'm not going to get into those now until that episode actually airs. But I want to know how much the show was different on TV because sometimes I look at Impact's production and I feel like it could be much better if Anthem would actually put more money into it and stuff because it was a hot crowd for both of those nights, for both Friday and Saturday, okay? Because Saturday was the actual taping for Impact Wrestling. And it went on for about 2 hours, and I enjoyed it. I really did. I had a fun time there. I was in the third row of the front, but he probably couldn't see me because, the hard camera and whatnot. But I'm basically in the middle. Where they put the hard camera. Maybe I do find myself on TV. I don't know. I'll probably go back and double check just to be sure. But the matches that did air on here, they were very good. Like I said, some parts you're not gonna see that I saw, but I feel like the rest of it won't be seen until about next week, if I'm not mistaken. It's always a phone call when I do these reviews. What is up with that? I'm trying to explain stuff here. But yes, as I was explaining, yes, me and at the show, mostly it was matches that were played. Okay, now I don't know what's gonna air first on TV or what was the main event, which I could already guess was the main event of these shows. But some of these matches just happened and they were announced. Okay, so I don't know what came in order like it does on TV. It just happened. All right, so like I said, I'm just going to what I saw at the taping and what everything went down at the whole Cicero Stadium and whatnot. So, excuse me. Mm, excuse me. But yeah, basically we kicked it off with a fatal four-way match between Black Taurus, Laredo Kid, Ray Hours, and Trey Miguel. I enjoyed this match. It was fun watching this live, and this was just great to see. Yes, it was a spot fest and whatnot. They usually used to get a lot of spot fest matches with Impact, especially from the X division and whatnot. But they've kind of really toned that down nowadays. So this is kind of like one of them once in a while things that actually happen. But trust me, when I was there, the crowd really did love this match. They were into the spots and whatnot. It was insane out there. Black Taurus ended up getting the win onto Laredo Kid. I don't remember the last time Black Taurus won a singles match on his own, to be honest, especially representing Decay with Crazy Steve out there. So, it was a very good match. But Black Taurus picked up the win, so not bad out there. Now, next we went on to, uh, uh, I guess some of like Johnny Swinger and Zicky Dice and them, basically watching the Killer Kelly match she had or debut match she had the week before, and as they were all looking on, Tasha Steele and Savannah Evans showed up saying like, "Why are you all so impressed by her? Do you know who I am and stuff?" And basically Killer Kelly showed up then. Tasha said she was scouting opponents and whatnot, and so I'm gonna keep my eye on you. And Tasha basically said, I'm gonna be watching real closely and whatnot. Savannah Evans ended up blocking Killer Kelly to get to Tosh Steels, and Killer Kelly said, "If you want to get in my way, then I'll just remove you and whatnot." So it's either right here or in the ring later on. Josh Alexander was talking to Rich Swann. Later on tonight will be a six-person elimination match to see who's going to become the number one contender for Bound for Glory for the world title against Josh Alexander. Rich Swann, Eddie Edwards, Moose, Steve Macklin, Bandito, and Sammy Callahan. But yeah, like I said, Josh was talking to Swan in the back, saying, he's got a lot of respect for Swan that, you are carrying the flag to this company when it needed most. I guess going against AEW. Josh basically went on to say he'll be good champion again someday, but not while I'm champion. Vincent basically showed up talking to both of them, saying, Honor No More survived the emergence and whatnot, and they got a tag title shot. But yeah, as Josh said, you may want to have people watching your back around here. Do you dig what I'm saying, man? Kenny King went against Heath. Match was pretty quick out there. He got the win on Kenny King. Next, I don't know more enough surrounding the ring. They just started beating up Heath, and they were beating him up, taking their time, punching him, taking him down. But they told PCO to take down Heath. PCO, I guess, wasn't following orders and just grunted and did a whole bunch of other stuff and whatnot. And then next, Heath ended up taking out Mike Bennett with the wake up call and getting out of the ring. So I don't know more. I'm still surprised they even won back at Emergence. I thought they would have disbanded. And it does not make their case look well. But once again, they took another L again on this show. I don't know more. You think they start picking up more wins. And you look like dopes by Heath out there. They get made like, doofuses out there. Like they're idiots. Because even with them jumping, he still gets the upper advantage over them and still gets away. So they look really bad out there by getting, made look like idiots by Heath and whatnot. Okay, it doesn't make them look good. So not the best thing to have them going on right now. Chris Sabin, talking to Kushida and Alex Shelley, talking about how they all lost their emergence, and they're gonna be facing Violent by Design next week. And Alex asked Shelley, "I know you're sick of facing, you know, sick of facing Violent by Design. So, how about this, man? We're all going to team up together. No, it's not going to be just a DeLorean and a machine gun. They're going to call themselves Time Machine, and they're going to go against Violent by Design next week. So, yes, the Motor City Machine Guns, Time Splitters, whatever you want to call it, it's now Time Machine. Iron No More was, I guess, on the stairwell talking about, they should be celebrating after what happened in Emergence and stuff. But next thing you know, Mike Bennett, Matt Tate, Marie end up going to Scott D'Amore saying, basically, we want those tag titles right now. We want our shot now. But Doc Gallows is going to be out for a minute due to injury. Basically, we don't want him waiting anymore. Maria says, listen, I've dealt with Bullet Club for over 8 years and whatnot. And that Scott's showing favoritism and everything. And that Carl Anderson should defend this title in, a handicap match. But Scott says, those are unfair again. So how about this? It's going to be Carl Anderson versus Mike Bennett. If Carl Anderson wins, Maria's going to be banned from ringside when the tag title match happens. Savannah Evans went against Killer Kelly. Tasha was out there by ringside. Basically, they showed Killer Kelly almost like loving the pain almost from Savannah Evans, even when she grabbed her, which kind of confused Savannah for a second. But Killer Kelly ended up taking down Savannah Evans with the killer clutch out there, making her tap out as Tasha basically backed down after that. Rosemary talking to Jessica now, and Taya talking about they lost the tag titles, and basically say, Jessica tried to help, but it says she's still a baby and whatnot. To Jessica, Rosemary said, we're gonna have to succeed, and we're gonna do something. But Jessica said, listen, we're gonna regain those tag titles, but she talked to Impact Management, say I'm gonna be booked in a match next week, so her debut is going to happen. Rosemary said, you just need to listen to me and we'll get through this. They played Masha Slamovich going after Jordan Grace now with the whole card and whatnot, with the X on and stuff, the picture and everything, that she's next in line for the title. They did interview Jordan Grace, and she has respect for me and whatnot. But next, Chelsea Green and Deon Purrazzo showed up then talking about Jordan Grace. Me and Yim showed up saying, we challenged you to a tag title match, which, VXT or Vex ended up walking away in. Speedball Mike Bailey went against Chris Bay for the X Division title. Hell of a fucking match, okay? Once again, Speedball puts on another banger. Again, once again, this guy's been putting out bangers for a lot of weeks now on Impact, okay? Did it Emergence, did it here against Chris Bay. I enjoyed this match. Trust me. I enjoyed this live, by the way. This is probably one of my favorite matches out of the whole taping, okay? I like this match a lot. It was just great. I figured Bailey was gonna get a win anyways and retain the title, but even going into the finisher, I just kicked Chris Bay to the ground and hit the ultimate weapon for the win. Was great. So Speedball continues to impress me more and more. Um, but we got to the main event though, which was Eddie Edwards, Sammy Callahan, Moose, Steve Macklin, Bandito, and Rich Swann in a elimination match. I don't know why we're doing tags in elimination match. I don't know how Steve Macklin is in this match, given that he lost at Emergence. Hell, Bandito's kind of random, but trust me, Chicago crowd loves Bandito out there. Especially when they brought a big giant drum set to play during his entrance and whatnot in the crowd. So the crowd was definitely on his side. But yeah, this world title match though, wasn't bad out there. It was enjoyable. I know they kind of got the first half out the way with Moose and all them, um, and stuff. One thing they kept saying about Rich Swann was that he still owed a rematch after losing the world title to Kenny Omega. He never did get his rematch for the title. It's like once Rich Swann lost the world title, he just kind of just disappeared from the whole main event scene and just was in a tag scene the longest, and just almost like he forgot, he just stopped caring about being the world champion. Never even went back for the title. Never made no sense to me. So, they kept mentioning that. It ended up with Sammy Callahan being out first due to Moose and Macklin taking him out, spear by Moose. Macklin rolling up Moose, betraying him. Then after that, right after that, then Bandito ended up hitting his 21 plex onto Steve Macklin to next eliminate him. Um, right after that, I know it was like, you know, what, Swan and Bandito. Swan hit the Phoenix Splash in. Eddie tagged himself in, and he threw out Swan and hit the Boston Knee Party on Bandito for the win. And then it was between Eddie and Rich Swan after that. Swan ended up using, not Swan, but Eddie ended up using like a Kindle stick then going for the Blue Thunder bomb after that. He hit the Boston Knee Party, but yet Swan still kicked out. Eddie ended up hitting the Die Hard Explosion for the win. So now he is now the number one contender against Josh Alexander at Bound for Glory. Honor No More came out and celebrated then as the show went off the air. So Eddie versus Josh Alexander should be really good. So at least Honor No More finally got a win, a meaningful more win. Mostly it's only Eddie Edwards that ever wins out of this entire group because it looks like the other members just lose all the time. Well, PCO gets some wins there too, but yeah, the other members just lose all the time to what I see. And Eddie being a leader, getting the win was not bad. So him versus Josh should be really good at Bound for Glory. One thing I addressed even in my emergency review, I don't know why they got Bound for Glory on a Friday coming up this year now. Like, I find that very strange to be booking that pay-per-view on that day. I don't know what's up with that, but I just kind of found that very strange to me. Like, it's your biggest show of the year. You're going to book it on a Friday? I'm glad they're not doing that thing like last time when they're like pushing the start time back due to what they gotta let AEW do their show first and then they come on later in the night. That never made no sense to me. So at least they'll be back at a better start time and whatnot. But still, I don't know how smart it is doing that on a Friday though. So not really down with that whole idea. Overall, it was a really good episode of Impact, though. Like I said, I had to see how it came across on TV. I was just trying to find myself on TV anyways, but I wonder what matches were going to play on there during that taping. I'm not going to talk about the rest of them until next week because, I'm sure they'll play those next week and whatnot, and we'll see what goes down. I already know what went down, okay? I was there. I saw it all. So, hey, maybe I'll post it online, but like I said, I'm not here to spoil anything. I'm talking about what happened on the show that just aired, and I'm like same thing for next week. I will do also. Like I said, I sat through 2 television tapings, okay, on Saturday, and I had a hell of a fun time. So I just want to see how it came across on TV, and it was good. Like I said, I still like I said my my time during the pay-per-view and taping was very good. A very good experience. Okay, really good experience. I've never really sat through TV tapings that much, but you see a lot and learn how they do it and whatnot through the taping and what happens and what goes on. But overall, like I said, still a hell of a show. Real fun and whatnot. But I'll talk about the stuff I did see, the rest of it from next week, okay? But other than that, I'm out of here. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Hood890. I'll see y'all then. Peace.